Hey, Diona. I hope that you are having a great Friday so far. I am responding to your posts for the week, and I'm just going to read through my response. And you mentioned that you are a visual learner, so I'm wondering if this video would be helpful for your learning process as well. I found that in doing this, it's really helped me, so I hope that it helps you. Um, all right, I'm going to go ahead and read through my response to you. Test anxiety. In your discussion post, you state that you suffer from test anxiety. As I read through your comment on how you continuously second guessed yourself on the assessment we took, it reminded me of myself. When I think back to all of my school experiences with tests, I can vaguely remember the feelings attached, all negative. This was back when we mostly received written tests where we were asked to regurgitate the information we were to shove into our brains without question. I also would, and still do, become physically uncomfortable. I get a stomachache, and sometimes my hands and or arms feel stiff and tingly. I realized after reviewing the interpreting guide that I had misunderstood the majority of the questions. I am someone who identifies myself as someone with test anxiety. However, I guess I never really knew exactly what this meant. Your post really got me thinking about it. Test anxiety. When you stated, I may know the information, however, the way I am being assessed may cause me not to do well. Many students suffer from some amount of stress and or anxiety either before and or during tests. Approximately 16 to 20% of students suffer from high test anxiety, while 18% suffer from moderately high test anxiety. According to Oxford Learning, test anxiety is severe and can impair learning and or negatively affect test performance. All of this makes sense to me now. Our amygdala, the brain structure that reacts to fear, danger, and threat, determines emotional responses by classifying incoming sights, sounds, smells, and movements as either potentially threatening or pleasurable. If the classifications are determined as a threat, the amygdala prompts an immediate reflexive reaction, which is referred to as fight, flight, or freeze. According to Scholastic, this can trigger a false alarm reactive behavior that is unwarranted and potentially problematic. Scholastic gives the example of freezing in stressful situations such as test taking or taking a test. All of this really makes me wonder why tests that seem pointless are given to a variety of learners in such a way that generates such a harmful response to a high percentage of learners. We cannot control the amount of stressors in students' lives, which contributes to how they respond or react to situations. However, we can try our best to make their assessments as stress free as possible. This includes, but is not limited to, as you mentioned, various forms for various learners. All right, well, I hope that you have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you in further discussions. Bye.